auction today being conducted for Chris and Jody Wilson. Chris and Jody lived here for quite a few years, and they bought a home over on the east part of town last year, and they moved. And unfortunately, over the winter, when this house was empty, there was a water leak that caused a lot of damage. And as you can see, there was enough damage that it was stripped down to the studs as a result of all that water. So whoever buys it tonight is going to have a project, but they're also going to have a like new home when they get done as far as the inside is concerned. I want to thank Jody and Chris for choosing BG Realty and Auction Company to conduct their auction for them. And if you or anybody you know has a need for an auction, please have them get a hold of us. Even though we have a busy auction calendar coming up the next couple of months, there's always room for another sale. The auctioneers here tonight represent a whole bunch of years of experience in the auction business. And at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Dale Butler, Dee Dee, Daryl Strickler, and Rob Gamble. They're a very talented and capable staff that I'm fortunate to have working with BG, and they also would like to hear from you if you have a need for an auction anytime in the future. Today you've got a unique opportunity to buy what I consider a piece of Banworth's history. Now this home dates back to the late 1800s as far as the construction, and it was built by a guy named James Smith, and he used plans designed by an architect named George Barber. George actually was quite a nationally known architect. He was quite famous throughout the United States, and he designed this house. And for those of you that have a pamphlet for the house, you saw that there's some information in there about the owner and about this particular house. I think maybe the pictures of the house in there are just a reverse showing. But the floor plan does have 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 3 fireplaces, and for those of you that took time to go up in the attic, you saw a large floored attic up there. A lot of space. We know that the house roof was replaced in about 2015. The garage roof does leak. I will tell you that. I found that out from the owners recently that the garage roof does leak. So you're going to have to do some repair there. Our real estate taxes are about $2,200 a year, and they will be prorated to the date of final settlement. As far as other terms, we are selling the home tonight subject to the seller's approval. As auctioneers and realtors, we do represent the seller. We're called seller's agents, and there'll be paperwork for you to sign as a buyer tonight, that purchase agreement, consumer guide to agency, and also the lead-based paint form. We know that this house is old enough that it would have had lead-based paint, but the seller's never had any testing done for lead paint. They're not aware of lead paint, but we do know there was mold in here as a result of the damage, and there was a service master, I believe, at the company that did the mold remediation inside. So it has been treated. Other terms, we'll have $5,000 that'll be collected tonight at the closing, or tonight at the sale, end of the sale, and then by October the 3rd, we'd like to have final closing, and the balance would be due at that time. If you want to close sooner, certainly we can accommodate you in that way. I'm going to refer you to the last page of the packet that we passed out, and this is a little note that the first owner of the house, James Smith, sent to the architect. And I'll just hit a highlight of it, but he tells the architect, "I am more than pleased. I am delighted with my house. My builder, who is a man of wide experience in his line, tells me that the plans you furnished for my house were simply perfect in every detail. I cheerfully recommend your services to any contemplating building and tell them by all means write you, and they will have no cause for regret. Wishing you abundant success, I am cordially yours, James B. Smith, Secretary of Leeson Cooperage Company." How many of here have heard of the Leeson Cooperage Company? Anybody? Well, I hadn't either, and I'm curious, so I actually looked up some information about the Cooperage Company and James Smith, and found out that Mr. Smith was born in Canada way back in 1838, and he did travel around some. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, he was born in 1838 in Canada, ended up in the United States. He became a cooper because James's dad was a cooper. A cooper is a barrel maker. So Leeson Cooperage was a barrel making company. But when he first came to Van Wert in 1883, he came to work as a bookkeeper for George Marsh at the Eagle Stage work at the east edge of town across from where the Marsh Foundation campus is now. So he worked in the barrel stave business with George Marsh in 1883, and then by 1887, he had his own company making barrels, and he did well enough that he built this house in about 1890. So I think it's pretty neat history to know about the owner, where he came from, and how this house came to be. And that's your opportunity tonight, is to buy this house and fix it up and make it whatever you want it to be. We are selling it subject to the owner's approval, but I will tell you that we have motivated sellers, and they're not concerned about selling it the price it sells for as much as they hope that somebody buys it that will take good care of it and try to restore it as much as possible. All right, with that, we're going to begin with the bidding. All right, how much and what do you think? And how many dollars we bid? Anybody get $50,000? $50,000 where? How much? What do you say? Would you get 50? $40,000 anybody? Who'll give 30,000? That's $30,000. Do you want them? Anybody get 30,000? Don't be bashful. Just feel free to raise your hand. How about 20,000? You ought to do that. $20,000 where? Thank you. I got 20 here now. 25 where? $20,000 bid. Somebody get 25. That's 20. Somebody get 25. Put them at 25. How about $25,000? Thank you. Now 30. 25 the bid. Somebody get 30,000. Thank you. Now 35. That's 30 here now. 35. Somebody get $35,000 on them. How about 35? That's 30 here now. 35. Somebody get 35,000. 30 the bid. Somebody go 35. That's 30 here. 35. Where? Put them at 35. How about 35? 30 bid now. 35. Somebody get 35 on them. I got it your. I got it somebody's way. Dale's way. Dee Dee's way for 30. I got it your way for 30, Dee Dee. 30,000 is the bid. Well, I know that it needs a lot of work, and I know it's kind of hard to know how much to pay for it because of how much money you're going to have invested in it. One thing I do know is that in my 40 years in this business, I've never seen an opportunity like this come up, and it probably won't come up again for another 40 years. So if you really like a Victorian home and you really want a project to be able to call it your own and be proud of your accomplishments when you get done, I think this offers all kinds of possibilities for you. 30,000 is it is. Somebody get 35. That's 30 here, 35 where? Somebody get $35,000 on them. Anybody get 35? That's you now, 40. That's 35 here, 40 where? Somebody get $40,000 on them. 35 is the bid. Somebody get 40. At $40,000 do you want them? 35 here, 40. Thank you now, 45. That's 40 here, 45 where? Put it at 45 home now, 45. 40 is the bid. Somebody get $45,000. Thank you now, 50. 45 and now 50. That's where I wanted to start. I bid 45. Somebody get $50,000 on them. That's 45 here, 50 where? Somebody get 50. $50,000 where? You know what Dale would tell you if he was calling the bids right now?
Remind me.
You tell him that you will tell him when it's too high, right?
If it gets too high, we'll let you know.
We'll let you know. We say that once in a while, but yet I never heard an auctioneer tell somebody it was too high. So 50,000.
Would you do 47.5?
Well, for you I would. Not for anybody, but for you I would.
Only
47.5 and now 50. 47.5 bid, $50,000 there. Somebody get $50,000 on them. 47. I'm gonna go 50. How about $50,000 on them? 47.5 and now 50. Can you get $50,000 on them? 47,500. That's 47.5. Somebody get 50. $50,000 there. Somebody get 50. How about $50,000 on them? $50,000 there. Somebody get 50. 47.5 and now 50. Well, it took a lot longer than an hour to build this house, so I'm going to give you longer than a couple of minutes to think about what you want to bid on it. Because it's a unique opportunity, and I know it's a project, but I know it's going to be a fun project. 47.5 is the bid. We're asking for $50,000, and I can't stand here and tell you how much this house is worth. Honestly, I really don't know. You need to call the seller. You know what? We'll take a short break, and I'll do that while he's taking a run through.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, we'll resume the sale, and I've got good news. The seller has given us a green light, so in a couple short minutes, we're going to declare the house sold, and we're going to have a new owner. All right? And when I left you, we were at 47.5, asking for $50,000, and that's where we'll pick it back up. Hey, I'm going to get $50,000. $50,000 there, somebody get 50 on it. How about $50,000, 47, I have to go 50.
Would you go 48.5?
Sure. I got 48.5. Somebody get 49. 48.5. Would go 49? Put a 9 4 now. 9. 48.5. How about 49?
50.
50. Thank you. Now 52.5. $50,000 bid. Somebody get 52.5. I'm at 50 here. 52.5. Where? Somebody get 52.5. 50,000's the bid. Anybody get 52.5 on them? 52.5. Go hear it. 52,500. 52,500. Anybody? How about 51? I'll make it easy for you.
Now you're singing with
50's the bid. Somebody get 51. $51,000. I think you would. 51,000. 50 here, now 51. Thank you, now 52. 51's the bid. Somebody get $52,000 on them. 51 here, too. Where now? Thinking now 3. Put a 3 for them now 53. I'm at 52. How about $53,000 on them? I'm at 2. Would it be 3? 2. Would it be 3? How about 53? 2,000 here, $3,000 there. Somebody get 53. Who will get $53,000 on them? 52's the bid. Somebody get 53.
Yes.
Thank you. Now 54. 53 here, 54 where? Somebody get $54,000 on them. I bid 53. Somebody get 54. Thank you. Now 55. 54 here, 55 where? Somebody get 55 on them. I bid 4. How about 5? Give $55,000 on them. 54. We're going to go 5. We're going to buy home now. 5. Somebody get 55. 54 is the bid. Somebody get 55. So I know that we can't all walk home happy tonight, but I want everybody to walk home satisfied that you had your opportunity to put your best foot forward. So that's why sometimes at the end of the sale, it seems like maybe we drag it out a little bit, but honestly, we're just giving you time to give it proper thought, because I know it's a big investment, I know it's a big decision, and I know that whoever doesn't buy it's going to be disappointed, but at least you'll know you had a chance to put your best foot forward. We're at 53, asking for 54. Or 54, not asking for 55, right? Thank you. I've got 54. How about 55? 4 here now. 5. Put it to 5. Home now. 5. Somebody get 55. 54 is the bid. Somebody get 55. I get 54. Where do you get 55? Put it to 55. Home now. 55. Diddy, you're doing a good job. Keep it going. I'm at 54. Somebody get 55. 54 here now. 55. When you're done, I gotta be. 54 is the bid. Somebody get $55,000 on them. Are we all in and all done? 54 is the bid. Somebody get 55. Thank you. Now 56. 55 here. $56,000 where? 55 is the bid. How about 56,000? 55 here. $56,000 where? 55 would go 56. 55 is the bid. Somebody get 56,000. 55 would go 56. Thank you. Now 7. 56 bid. $57,000 where? How about 57 on them? 6 here. Now 7. Put 7 for them. Now 7. 56 the bid. Now 57. How about $57,000? Thank you. Now 58. 7's the bid. Now 8 for the rate home. Now 8. Somebody get 58. How about $58,000 on them? 57 to go 8. How about 58,000? 7 bid. Now 8 for the rate home. Now 8. Somebody get 58. 57 bid. $58,000 where? 57 and not 58. I don't know what it's going to be worth when you get it done. I just know it's going to be worth a lot of money, because houses have been selling for good prices, and homes that, I mean, basic houses in Van Wert anymore are bringing $150,000, and we're talking about an old 2-story home that doesn't have a whole lot of updates, bringing $150,000. And this thing fixed up will bring a big amount of money, won't it?
Bring over 200.
Oh yeah, they could bring over 200 pretty easy, fixed up right. You got that right. 57 is the bid. Anybody get 58? Thank you. Now 59. 58 here. $59,000 where? 58 is the bid. Now 59. That's 58. Would you go 9? Put a 9 for him now. 9. He'll get $59,000 on him. 58. Would you go 9? Put him a 9 for him now. 9. Anybody get 59,000? That's 58 here. Now 59. They get one end fixed up and the other end breaks down. 58. Would you go 9? Put him a 9 for him now. 9. Somebody get 59. 58 here now. 9. Would you go 9? Put a 9 for him now. 9. Anybody get 59? Damn, I think we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I think we're down to the nitty gritty. 58, way to go 9. We'll ask for a last call for $59,000. 58 here, now 59. Are we all in and all done? Last call for $59,000. 60. Thank you, now 61. 60,000 to bid. Somebody get $61,000 on them. That's 60 here, now 61. Put a 1 for the 1. Somebody get 61. That's 60. Would you go 61? Somebody get $61,000 on them. That's 60 here, now 61. How about 61,000? I know it's a big decision. I know it's a big decision, so we're going to give you a moment to think on it, a moment to talk on it, and see what you want to do, because, again, we want everybody to go home satisfied. I got $60,000 bid. Would anybody get 61?
How about 62?
Hey, you got 62. Thank you. I got 62, now 64. That's 62. Would you go 4? Put it 4 for them, not 4. Somebody get $64,000 on them. That's 62. Would you go 4? How about 4? Would you go 4? How about $64,000 on them? That's 62. What do you go for? Somebody get 64,000. 2,000 bid, $64,000 square. What do you go 64? I bid 2. How about 4? What do you go for, Dini? 62. What do you go for? Okay, they're having a board of directors meeting. We just hope they declare a dividend. We're at $62,000. And again, folks, on a project in a nice home like this, I don't know how you judge the value within $3 or $5 or $10,000. I really don't. At the end of the day, I don't think it matters if it's $5,000 or $10,000 less or more than what you thought you wanted to pay, because what you're going to have when you get done, it's going to make it all worthwhile, whatever extra you have to pay tonight. We're at 62, asking for 64. At 62, what do you go for? Say $64,000 on them. 62, what do you go for? Say 64. Say what do you go 64? 2 here, now 4. Where would you go 64,000? Are we all in and all done? We're going to have a last call for $64,000. All in and all done. Last call for $64,000. Do I hear it? One last chance for $64,000 that we have. Sold the house for $62,000. Congratulations. Give those folks a hand. They're excited and we're happy for them. And ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Chris and Jody Wilson and all the auctioneers at BG Realty and Auction Company, we want to thank you very much for coming out to the auction tonight. Have a safe trip home. Go enjoy the Wert County Fair, and please call us when you need an auction.